Pickups video. This is the third time I'm doing this, but as I am a perfectionist, as you can tell with my production values and professional studio, I want to make sure I get it right. We'll be mentioning Crack Lotus a few times in this video, so I might as well get that out of the way. His link will be in the description box, and while I'm at it, he mentioned someone named Lost Gamer. I believe there's some numbers involved, but I'll put his link in the description box. Really nice guy. I've been checking out all of his channels. And Crack also wanted to know who to watch on Facebook, and I mentioned Champion 2D Rob, so I'm going to put his down there. All great guys. Definitely check them out. But as I've been talking to Crack a lot lately, he'll come up in this pickup. Watch your wallets when you talk to him, or your purses, because he has pretty good taste, and you will drop a few bucks after you chat with him. In the event, I wanted to show these real quick because I will be doing a book video soon. Now, these two won't be talked about. I'll just be talking about nonfiction. But these were from YouTubers. I've showed them in the past, but I thought while I had them out, they were sitting right here, so I thought I'd bring them down in camera shot. This is Don't Move Phoenix, Alex Whitney's Zombies, They're Not All Brain Eaters, and Exaggerated Elegies, Strange Playgrounds. His name's George Lee. And this is a book I did read, The Gothic History of Jordanes, which was a very strange book. And what's holding me up is I'm not quite done with Invisible Romans. This is a book that looks at everyone but the poorest and richest of society. It uses tombstone inscriptions, spells, scrolls, books that were marketed towards the common person to see how they live their lives and what their fears and hopes were, things like that. There's sections on ordinary men, ordinary women, slaves, freedmen. I'm on gladiators right now. After that is pirates and bandits, and I'll be done. And what's held me up is Suikoden 2. I finally beat it. I will say a touch buggy because the PSN release is the North American copy. So I had a few freezes. I had some crashing. There's some text problems. There's a glitch where a character is supposed to sing and doesn't. So a bunch of weird little hiccups that they didn't fix. I've read the European version is slightly more polished, and the Japanese PSP re-release has all the bugs worked out. However, I did read that the localization for Europe was worse, so I guess that's a bit of a trade-off. We got the North American one release, and yeah, it has those problems, but I put over 60 hours into it. It has spoiled me for role-playing games. I'm playing Citizens of Earth now, and I'm not really enjoying it. There's so many things Suikoden 2 does, well, yeah, I say does, instead of did, that Citizens of Earth would greatly benefit from, and it's just a slog because it doesn't have some of the more thoughtful features like auto combat. But moving from that, that's really what I've been playing, so I haven't played too much else. And as a result, you're going to see a lot of pickups here. Stuff's been piling up. I'm thinking about doing another giveaway video. Someone mentioned needing a copy of Nier. If you see this and you still need it, I don't remember the name, but please let me know, and I'll work something out with you, because I have a double of that, and I've got a bunch of stuff over there. I really need to have a culling because I have just it's piled up. Another thing is I do have some packages coming in. I was waiting for everything for this video, but they're just, I guess the weather's holding them up. I have a large package from a friend coming next week, and that's going to get its own video because I spent 3 weeks paying him to get this thing. He was getting rid of his collection and gave me first dibs, and I could not pass some of this stuff up. Another thing I had on order since November. 2 weeks ago, the guy said it was about to be shipped. It still hasn't. I don't know what's going on, and he hasn't replied to my second follow-up. But now to the pickup. So those are coming soon. The book chat's coming soon. They'll cover about 6 books. First up, I've got Psyblade. Now this was recently fully translated into English, and I'm trying to find someone that will put the translated ROM. This was put out in 1990, so it does work with the Model 3 Genesis. I don't think putting the translated patch will mess with that, because later Genesis games had software security as well. These don't, purely hardware, and since these fit in the Genesis 3, there's no problem. The seller said the case was a B, the manual was a B, the case was a C, manual was a C, and cart was a B. But if you look at the case here, That looks absolutely perfect. A little plastic tab is missing here. I guess that's what they meant. The manual does have a bend, you'll see, and it does have some discoloration, so I could see this being a C. But if I love the game, then I'll spend the extra few dollars to get a nicer one. But this was 15 shipped, and the day after, or not day, I'd say, yeah, day after I got it in, I should say, I saw it go for auction at $1.25 with $8 shipping. So these are definitely out there. It looks like fun. I did get in touch with Lost Classics a few weeks back when it first shipped out. They immediately got back with me saying they could do it. But when it came in and I sent a follow-up email asking what they needed, turnaround time, cost, they never got back to me. So if anyone out there knows someone that can do that, please let me know. The patch is available at romhacking.net, and I would love to play this on with a controller on my TV. So that is a moving adventure game. Along those lines, I haven't put up too many gameplay videos because I've been struggling with this, Ace Combat 3. The team translating this recently put out a demo of the first 4 missions. This is important because this has a branching story path mode that was excised from the US version. The US one only has a little over 30 missions. This one has over 50. So not only was the branching storyline cut out, but cutscenes were as well. This was $11.95 or $12.95, a little bit cheaper. It was out of the US. It's supposed to have a second book. I think it's with character bios, but this one came with both discs and the manual, which is yellowed, as you can see. But again, I really just wanted a copy to try. I love fan patches or fan translations. Unfortunately, I cannot get this to work. I've burned about 8 copies. I tried Image Burn, and someone else on a forum had a similar problem as me, is that it boots up, it goes through the PlayStation menu, and it goes to the Namco kind of boot logo screen, but then it freezes. Someone suggested trying Alcohol 120. I made several discs with that. Nothing is working. I'm playing this on actual hardware. I don't think that'll make a difference, but if anyone has any advice, please let me know. I was going to put footage up of the intro and the first 2 missions, and that was going to kind of comprise my output until this pickup video, but I'm banging my head against the wall with this. Cannot get it to work. Really looking forward to it, though. And wrapping back to Suikoden, I got a copy of the first one. Now, this does have some problems, and I knew that. It was only $20 shipped. For some reason, the CD tray, you'll see it faintly right here. It has made kind of an impression through the art insert. I'm not really sure what that's about, how it even did that. And the manual is in rough shape. It looks like it had a price sticker on it at some point. You can see right there. Like I said, $20. This was going complete 35 to 40. I did replace the case, so the double case is perfect. And like I said, for something like this, if I play it and I can't get enough of it, I'll look for a better copy. But because I really want 2 and I already have 3, I just wanted a physical copy of the first one. And for now, this will do nicely. I do have this on PSN. I've had it for years, but now that I've played 2, I've been really inspired to go through the series. I heard this is probably the shortest of them. So far this will do, but Suikoden. I've had a few issues with eBay, one of which is a Virtua Fighter that I had to return because there were stains in the manual. First, these black specks. I realized I could brush those off, and I sent the guy a question asking what those were. He said he didn't, I don't know, do you want your money back? Initially, I was going to say no. But then I got to a page with this brown, I'm just praying it was like a barbecue sauce or something. It was brown and smeared on it. I didn't touch it, but I sent it back. But because of combined shipping, he only refunded the cost of the game. So that meant I was out of the shipping. In the end, I spent about $8 on it, and I got maybe $2.50 back. So that was really annoying. And then I ran into this problem. I got a copy of Race Storm. Now, this was listed as good condition, but the booklet was listed as very good specifically, and that's what I was most concerned about. And I don't know if you could, the camera has a hard time picking this up because it's got this reflective art on it. I guess art, what would you call that? Typeface? But you can see the spine is definitely well used, but most importantly, they have an oversized page. And someone had bent it right here to get it to fit in and then unbent it back. You can see it. Now the shot they had of this was in the case, so you just didn't see any of this. But so this was really rough condition, and I went ahead and messaged the person saying, I filled out the little thing saying I wanted a refund. I'd gladly send this back, but I thought I was going to get something. If I didn't care about condition, I could have got a disc only one for like $5. But they sent a message back saying, sorry about that. Um, Go ahead and keep it. Here's your refund. And sure enough, yeah, you can see like this is not mint at all. They said keep it. So while I do have this one for free, that going for a mint copy, this doesn't really help. I do have this on Xbox Live. So this is getting put on the back burner. Kind of as I tried, didn't work out. Give it some time. This is kind of like what happened with Ranger X. I bought a really nice manual, and the guy sent me the wrong one and gave me a few dollars back. But that doesn't help me in the end. I wanted a good copy of it. But it was nice of them to do that. It worked out much better than getting $2 back on $8 or whatever it was. But Race Storm, Galactic Attack for the Saturn's part one of this, or it came out first. I think chronologically they're mixed up. And after this is Ray Crisis, and that makes up the Layer series. So I hope to get Ray Crisis soon. Going on the PlayStation 1 RPG kick, I picked up a copy of Wild Arms. This came in really good shape. This is the only thing I'm missing in Suikoden. This has a PlayStation logo here. You can't buy replacement inserts like this. And that one was cracked, so it just has a regular one. This was only $9.95, I think, shipped. I'm not sure why no one else bid on it. I've had this on PSN for a while, but again, wanting physical. This came in for $20 from the Netherlands. This is a physical copy of Wipeout Fury, which was a PlayStation Portable release over here. And I believe this is on PSN, but we didn't get the physical release. I saw this going for $26 at auction, and when I was looking at it, because I had never seen it before, I noticed under it was a copy from the Netherlands for $20. So I went ahead and bought that one, and it took a while to come in, but yeah, it's perfect condition. Not sure why no one wanted this one, but yeah, it's in great shape. I've been picking up wipeouts lately. The last one I need is Wipeout XL for the Saturn, which goes for a mint because it was import only. Moving along, the guy that sold me the Virtua Fighter with the weird brown stuff sold me Marvel Superheroes. This is actually in much better shape. So I've got that for the Saturn. I'm still picking up a Saturn title here or there, kind of polish off the collection. I got all of what I really, really wanted, and these are titles I'm curious about, or ones that I think just need a place in my library. I had that on import, but I wanted the US copy. Always want those when you can get them. For $2.95, Kessen 2. These games, they're online in abundance, but the conditions tend to be really bad. This is a very niche genre, strategy games, like console strategy games, so it surprises me that so many of these are in beat up condition, because you think whoever bought these really wanted them, especially part 2. At this point, you know what the series is about. But this one came in really good shape. Like I said, $2.95. It was only like $1 or $2 shipping, because I got combined shipping with this Romance of the Three Kingdoms 4. I've only tried to play one of these on PlayStation 2, and I kind of got bogged down, so hopefully this one works out better. I've always been interested in it, and I hope I can get into it, because it's such a long series that that would open up a whole new library, basically, because out of the 16-bit, I think even maybe 8-bit, 32-bit, and on series, there's so many romance games that if I can get into it, it's going to be another hundreds and hundreds of hours of things I can play, as if I need that. But this came in really good shape. It's complete. Some Genesis games. Dinosaurs for Hire. That came out weird. Hire. This was hard to get complete because they have a lot of sellers who have the game in the box, but not the manual. The few manuals that were up were absolutely horrible. So I ended up buying the art insert from one seller and the game and the manual from another one. Overall, pretty happy. The art insert does have a little white at the bottom there, not too bad. It was only like $4. I think 5 shipped, $5.50 maybe. The game and manual were $20. The problem is they were completely perfect, but the guy put it in an envelope, not a padded envelope or a bubble wrap envelope. He just put the cart and the manual in an envelope. I didn't even know what it was when I opened my P.O. box. So the manual got a little bent up. It's actually under some books right now, flat. Hopefully it's getting flattened. And the game is in the Genesis. I got to say though, I read such high praise for this. So far I'm not seeing it. It's okay, but I was reading it was second to Contra. It's up there with Gunstar Heroes, and when you play it, it's kind of an average game. Hopefully it gets better later. So the little running demo showed some impressive bosses, so really hope it gets better because I've read such good things about this. But it's a run and gun Contra style shooter. It's hard to see the screens, but in case you've never seen it before, there we go. Some of the monsters do look impressive, but then again, some of the levels look incredibly bland. Next up is Arrow Flash. I've been wanting this ever since I saw the cover. This is one of the nicest covers I've ever seen. There we go. It is a shooter. This was about $35 to $40. It wasn't cheap. The only thing is it has this little bend in the back that the seller didn't show. And when I'm spending that kind of money for a retro game, I want to make sure it's exactly what I'm getting. But on the upside, the manual looks like it was never touched. And these are always hard to come by in good shape. So no real complaints there. Haven't got to try this yet. Like I said, I've been playing Dinosaurs for Hire. I did it again. Let me take a sip of tea. Maybe that's it. Maybe I've got dry mouth itis and it's messing with me. And mainly Suikoden 2. But that's Arrow Flash. Because of GameSack, and I will be blaming GameSack for many years, I think, I picked up Monkey Ball. They preferred this over the second one, and I never really gave this series a chance. I think I rented it once, and I have the iOS version I got for free on my iPod Touch, and it's okay. But they really enjoyed one of the extra modes in here. They liked the game in general too. But there was one, maybe it was Monkey Target they talked about a lot. So I picked up Super Monkey Ball. This also has some weird gunk, not on the manual, but on the little Nintendo leaflet you get that says safety and precautions. It's disgusting. So if you're selling anyone out there, feel free to remove any bodily fluids or foods that have dried on things. It's just polite. Next up, I picked up an import copy of Panzer Dragoon. Now I've got this one, but I really wanted a complete one. So this has the little fold-out poster, and it's got this really nice spine card, and it's got little ad leaflets, things like that. Really good shape. Look at that. That is nice. The art in this, some of my favorite. So happy to get this. Now I'm going to grab 2, a really nice copy of the import version of 2. Next up, 2 Dreamcast games. This was $30 shipped, Gunbird 2, which is a good price. I picked up the import for $25, and that was a good price, so to find this for $30 was surprising. Someone was getting rid of tons of Dreamcast games, but this is the only one I could find Buy It Now on. And for, I think he took 15 shipped, is Bomberman Online. Now, I was talking with Crack about this. There's something about Dreamcast spines. They're really susceptible to damage. If you look on this one, at the top here, this is a white spine. Maybe you can see it, it's reflecting light, but it's got a kind of a dark line here. And this one doesn't have the traditional rub, but you can see that the staples are starting to wear on the spine here. And we were talking about why Dreamcast games, the manuals are so hard to keep in good condition. My copy of Bang.io and my copy of Skies of Arcadia, the black bar on the spine is faded. See, this one doesn't have the fading, but it's got some bends with the staples you'll see in the middle of the word Dreamcast there. I'm not sure why our PlayStation games don't have this, and they come in jewel cases, but for some reason this dark spot right here tends to get rubbed white. It's a mystery. But yeah, trying to find a Dreamcast manual in mint condition, I found now is next to impossible. It seems like even if people keep them in their cases, just taking them on and off the shelves rubs it eventually. And again, going back to Crack, he had a Wii collection video, which really got me thinking about the Wii. I did win Resident Evil 4 complete, or I should say sealed, but the seller's PayPal is not working, and they won't get back to me, so I guess that's a lost cause. This was about $30. It was pricey, but I've been wanting it. Punch Out. I've seen a few cheaper since, but none have been in just like immaculate condition as this. Most have some sort of messed up manual, but this looks brand new. So really happy with this. This actually came in today. So that is Super Punch Out, or sorry, Punch Out. I like the series, but I never buy them. I always used to rent them. And for $10, I got in Dragon Quest Swords. To me, this looked like cross swords from the Neo Geo, and I love that series, so hopefully this is the same. We were also talking about discontinued and out-of-print Nintendo games, and I read that this one is both going to leave the eShop, or it's already gone, and it's out of print. Big fan of Tetris, and this mixes other puzzle genre elements, it looks like. I probably said that wrong. I'll say puzzle elements. With the Tetris formula. This is about 20 bucks off Amazon, or 17, I think. This one's out of print. I got it in today. It's $10. It was new. I just took the cellophane off. That's Ninja Gaiden 3 for the Wii U. That was, again, $10 on Amazon. I have a few more coming too, but I've read a number of them are going out. I really regret not picking them up when I did. Like Kid Icarus, Star Fox 64, those were all skyrocketing in price. I've read Wonderful 101's now out of print, and they're talking about Captain Toad, Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze, and Wind Waker HD going out of print next. For 14 bucks shipped, I got a copy of Doom. Really good shape. A sealed copy for 20 bucks came up after this, which has been a trend with me recently. I'll wait on something, finally pull the trigger, and the next day it's either in better condition for the same price or nearly the same condition for much cheaper. I think it's eBay and Life telling me something. I might have shown these already. I don't know. I'll show them real quick in case I had. This is months back. I can never remember if I showed them, so I just leave them on the shelf. A sealed copy of Brutal Sports Football. McFly, I'll leave his link down below. Great guy. He has got a massive Jaguar collection. I think a complete retail collection. He said this is one of the better ones. A guy had this for like 40 bucks sealed, and he dropped it to 29 with free shipping. So I went ahead and picked this up. And this was $30, although it's got a little bit of damage on the case. This is a sealed copy of Raiden for 30 bucks. Funny story about this, if I haven't mentioned it already, the guy who sells these doesn't like to be emailed more than 3 or 4 times. And I did it because first of all, I didn't know that. And second of all, I was looking at his copy of Doom, and he stopped talking to me completely. So he had already sent me a price for this, so I went ahead and sent him the money anyway. And within 4 days, it came in the mail. So I don't think I can order anything more from him. But oh well, this is a 30 bucks, a little bit of dent, not bad. So Raiden. And this is kind of the big kahuna. I got this about a month back for 70 bucks shipped. It's a boxed power base converter. I really don't think this person ever used it. Oop, got it. Went to sleep there, like your laptop did. It has the manual underneath, so this looks fantastic. Now, it even has the Kohl's price tag, $44.99. It also came with 2 games. Again, these look untouched. We have Outrun, the 2 Mega cartridge, complete and mint, and Miracle Warriors. Again, this looks like it has never been touched. It's got the map, the manual, and the advertising pamphlet. Like I said before, when I picked up my Master System, I'm not sure if I'm going to keep it. But this, just as a Sega collector, was hard to pass up. Having the box in this good shape and the units in great shape, these do not come along at that price often, especially, I mean, you can get them without the box for 40 to 50. I've seen that, maybe even the 30s, but for the box, that does not come up much. And to have 2 games I didn't have complete in mint shape, couldn't pass it up. So even if I get rid of the Master System at some point, this plays all but I think 1 game, so I'll be good to go. 23 minutes. Whew. Everyone, thanks for watching. I'll leave all the links in the description, and hopefully I'll have a pickups video for you soon. And if anyone can help me with Ace Combat 3 fan translation or Cyblade, please let me know, and I will talk to everyone later.